How I was sold in Saudi Arabia like a goat. I said I was going abroad to find a better life. They said I would earn money, help my family, and come back shining like the girls on Instagram. But no one told me I was being sold like a goat into a life of pain, silence, and slavery. My name is Njideka. I was only 19 when my own parents traded me for a few thousand naira. This is not just my story. It is the story of many girls like me. Those dreams were stolen in the name of survival. Please listen to my story. As I said earlier, my name is Njideka and this is my story. I was 19 years old when my parents sold me. They didn't call it that, of course. They said it was an opportunity, a chance for me to travel abroad and make money like other village girls who came back wearing wigs, holding iPhones, and helping their families. But I knew deep down, I knew that I was going for something else. But I couldn't pin what it was. I still went. We were poor, poor in the kind of way where garri, cassava flakes, was soaked in water. Sometimes that was the only meal for the day. My father, once respected in Umuike, our village, as a farmer, had become a shadow of himself, always drunk, always angry. My mother was tougher, but years of hardship had squeezed the love out of her eyes. All she saw in me was potential income. So when Auntie Blessing came and in Sunday morning in her flashy car and said she has come to take me to Saudi Arabia for house help work, my mother clapped her hands and began praising God and saying at last her problems were over. She's going to be happy like other women. I didn't even have a passport. They handled everything. All I had to do was smile, sign papers I couldn't read, and trust strangers who spoke too fast. Before I left, my mother pulled me aside and said, "Remember, you are going there for all of us. Don't disgrace this family. Work hard, send money fast." Nobody hugged me. There was no love from my parents. Well, I didn't even bother. After all, I was going to make money to help my family. When I landed in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the first thing they took was my phone, then my passport, then my name. The woman who came to pick me, who took those things, didn't even call me Njideka. She called me Abda, meaning slave in Arabic. That was when I knew I had been sold like a goat at the market. They locked the gates behind me. Every day I worked from 4 a.m. to past midnight. No rest, no food, unless I begged. I was beaten when I made mistakes. When I was tired, they beat me mercilessly. They spoke to me like filth. I slept in the cold kitchen floor. Sometimes I would stare at the ceiling and ask God if I should just die and go to hell. The worst part, my parents received money for the first 2 months. When it stopped, they stopped asking. Maybe they thought I had made it and forgotten them. Maybe they didn't care. I cried, but tears didn't wash dishes or fold endless piles of laundry, nor wash rugs. I tried to escape once. I didn't get far. My madam dragged me back by the hair, called me an animal, and locked me in the store for 3 days without food. I thought I would die. One day, I fainted while scrubbing the toilet. The neighbors heard the crash and called the police. That was how I was rescued. They came to me. In fact, that was my happiest day. They took me to a shelter. I met other girls some younger than me, some pregnant, some heartbroken bones. They were all house helps from Africa, all sold, all lied to. With the help of a charity group and the International Organization for Migration, in contact with Nigerian government and NAPTIP, I was brought back to Nigeria. I returned with nothing, no luggage, no money, no phone, just scars and silence. My parents were not at the airport, like I said, even when I was going to receive me. I didn't go back to Umueke. I had no home there anymore. But I found help. A women's charity group took me in. I learned how to sew. I started small, patching clothes for market women. Today, I run my own fashion shop in Enugu. I named it Freedom Threads. I hire other girls like me who have gone through my situation. We sit together, stitch by stitch, as we sew the clothes and rebuild our lives. I still dream sometimes of my ordeal in Saudi Arabia, and I will wake up sweating, thinking I'm back in those houses. But then I will breathe and remind myself, Njideka, you are free. I am free. To every girl out there listening to sweet promises from travel agents and, in quotes, aunties with fake smiles, ask questions, so speak up, be wise. Your life is worth more than a ticket to hell in disguise. You won't know until you have gone. Many did not survive this. They sold me like a goat, but I came back like a lion. Like I said, I survived and I will never be silent again. I came back with nothing, no clothes, no money, no but my dreams. I came back with pain, scars, and the shame of silence, but I refused to die in that silence. I found my voice. I learned a skill. I opened a small shop with trembling hands, and today, other girls like me walk through my doors not to be used, but to be healed. They sold me like a goat, but I came back stronger than ever imagined. And I am no longer for sale. Human trafficking is real. Every year, thousands of girls from Africa are deceived and sold into modern slavery under the guise of job opportunities abroad. Today, I, Njideka, go around schools and places telling people my ordeal so that they can live a better life and not fall into my situation which I entered previously. If you see something, say something. If you are a survivor, if you are a survivor, speak your truth. And if you are tempted by sweet promises, ask, what am I really being offered? Kindly share this story. Save a girl. Stop the trade. Kindly like or subscribe if you want more of this kind of stories. My channel is at Africa-Tale. Thank you for watching. Human trafficking is real. Every year, thousands of girls from Africa are deceived and sold into modern slavery under the guise of job opportunities abroad. Let Njideka's story open your eyes. If you see something, say something. If you're a survivor, speak your truth. And if you are tempted by sweet promises, ask, what am I really being offered? Share this amazing story to save a girl out there. Stop the trade. Kindly like or subscribe if you won't mind to get more of our interesting stories. My channel is at African-Sale. Thank you so much for watching. Watch other of my stories. I've got amazing stories for you. Thank you once again.